Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all students from 4 Chemistry. Okay, today we will continue our two more subtopic. Okay, inshallah we will be finish all the subtopic for the chapter 2 today. So you go to the page subtopic 2.3 in your textbook, page 32, and ready with your note. Okay, so today we will learn about the atomic structure. Okay, so okay, in one the structure for the atom, so there are consist of the subparticles. Okay, subparticle there, they have nucleon. Okay, can anyone to answer this question? So subatomic, yang ini minggu lepas kita buang dulu. So we will learn about the subparticle. So subparticle, okay, subparticles. Okay, yang ini minggu lepas punya subparticle. Saya nak conteng sikit lah. So we have proton, we have electron and neutron. So three subparticle here is must include in the one atomic structure. Okay, so let's we go to the first define the proton number. Okay, the definition of the proton number here. So definition of the proton number here and the nucleon number here you must be remember. Kenapa cikgu kata kena ingat? Because the question in SPM, okay, is frequently to ask you about the meaning, okay, about the definition. So the definition of the proton number here. So proton number here. So kita tulis sikit hari ni hari apa. Today is Tuesday. Okay, today is Tuesday. Berapa hari bulan? 9. Yeah. 9. Okay, semua orang tulis ya. 9, 2. So today we will learn about the subtopic 2.3 atomic structure. Okay, semua orang tulis ya. And make sure for this week you submit your notebook and your workbook. Okay, atomic structure. Okay, so first, okay, you said about the meaning of proton number. What is the meaning of proton number? So proton number is the number of proton, salin number of proton in nucleus. Okay, we know in one structure they have nucleus. Dalam nucleus kata of an atom, okay, the number of proton in the nucleus of an atom. Just that. Okay, for the definition of the proton number. Okay, so the second meaning of the nucleon number. Okay, this also important. Okay, the definition of nucleon number. What is the nucleon number? The nucleon number is the total number of proton and neutron. Okay, in neutron di mana? Number of proton and neutron di mana, Naresh? In?
Teacher?
Total number of proton and neutron in where?
Nucleus.
Good. Nucleus of an atom. So, both of these definition you must remember. So, I repeat again. So, proton number is number of proton in nucleus. So, that's mean, okay, in nucleus, they have proton and neutron. So, proton number is a number of proton. Nucleon number pula, the total number of proton and neutron. So, we call that is a nucleon. Okay, so dikelilingi oleh shell. Okay, shell here at the shell, they have what? They have electron move in the shell. Okay, so tak payah saya tulis banyak. So you must know the definition. Okay, and then next, ini pun kena ya. So semua orang tulis sekarang ni. Nucleon number is equal Okay, number of proton plus neutron number. The total number, nuclear number is yang ini yang kita maksudkan. Number of proton or the proton number, okay, is added with the number of neutron. Okay, so atom of different element have different proton number, right? So proton number, okay, kita akan susun kalau nanti kita akan belajar in a chapter 4 for the periodic table. So the element in the periodic table is arranged by the increasing of proton number. Increasing of proton number. So kalau kamu tengok dalam in your periodic table, if you look for your periodic table, okay, nanti saya nak semua pelajar, okay, sebelum kita masuk nanti chapter 4, lama lagi lah cikgu, tak apa, lama-lama pun kena juga. So, you print out dekat Google, you search, print out kan the periodic table yang mana dia ada bahagikan between the metal, non-metal and semi-metal. Okay. Okay, boleh nampak tak saya punya screen sekarang, Naresh? Boleh nampak kan?
Boleh cikgu.
Boleh, good. So, jom kita tengok example. Okay, let's we go to the first example. So, aluminium atom has 30 proton and 40 neutron. So, what are proton and nucleon number? So, here they give the 30 for the proton and 40 for the neutron. So, you know that the proton number is equal to number of proton. So, that is a 30. Cikgu nak buat ke example ni? Tak apa, tak payah. Kita terus kepada exercise nanti. So, the question asks you for the proton number. So, proton number is equal to number of proton. So, that the answer. And the nuclear number. So, nuclear number, you know, that is a total of the proton and neutron. Okay, so proton 13. Okay, 30 plus 14. So, you get a 27. Okay, we go the example number 2. So, the example number 2 here given is nucleon number and also the proton number. The question asks you about the neutron. So, when the nucleon number, okay, given and proton number is given, so how you can calculate the neutron number? So, for the neutron number pula, so neutron number is a what, Naresh? Nucleon minus proton. Okay.
Yes.
So that is we will get the number of neutron. Okay, this is the basic for the chemistry. Okay, this is the basic for the chemistry. So you must know. Okay, let's we go to this question. Okay, this not question, this is the example. Okay, Faris Iskandar. Faris Iskandar, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, can you differentiate between the chlorine atom and chloride ion? What the difference between atom and ion here? Faris?
Ion has positive and negative particles.
Good. So, for the chloride ion, that is a negative or positive particles? That are negative particles. So, when, thank you Faris. So, when one of the atom to be an ion, so it will be to achieve. Okay, here you tambah to achieve octet. What the octet teacher? Nanti kita akan belajar when chapter 5. Cuma hari ni saya akan ajar sikit sahajalah. Okay, sebabnya nanti kalau tak kamu lagi pening. So, to achieve the octet arrangement of electron. Okay, kalau kamu tak percaya, ingat tak yang kita susun electron arrangement? So, let's we go to the number of proton for the chlorine atom. So, chlorine atom for the number of proton is same. In atom and ion is same. Neutron also same, but the difference is number of electron. The difference is number of electron. Why? Because chlorine atom to become a chloride ion, okay, it will be the arrangement of the electron will be disturbed. Okay, why? Okay, here when I said about the number of electron for the chlorine atom is 17. Anyone can help me to arrange for the electron arrangement of chlorine atom? Masih lagi ingat tak sesiapa? Harish? Boleh ingat tak? So 17. So I have 17 chlorine atom. So ingat lagi tak? First shell is 2.
And then
Second shell is
8.
8. Good. And the third shell, dia punya baki berapa? 2 tambah 8, 10. 17 tolak 10 berapa? 17 plus 9 minus 10. So they have
7.
7. Good. Thank you. So can you arrange for this chloride ion? So 2, 8. You want to achieve the 18 here. So 2.8.8. So that's mean for the third shell here, okay, third shell here, they have achieved the octet electron arrangement. Dia dah lengkap, dia dah sempurna, dia dah stabil. So sebab itu kita panggil octet, achieve octet electron arrangement. Cikgu, macam mana dia boleh jadi 8? That is a good question. Saya tanya, saya jawab. So, Naresh, how come 7 to become a 8? How come 7 become 8?
They donate atom, teacher.
Donate or receive?
Okay, receive.
Receive atom.
7 to 8, yes.
Bukan atom, electron.
Electron.
Electron. So, berapa orang datang hari ni? 6 orang. Lagi 3 tak ada ya. So, they have received how many electron there? 1 electron. So, to achieve octet electron arrangement here, so the chlorine atom will receive 1 electron to become the octet electron arrangement. Okay, yang ini yang kata ni, ini yang saya explain tadi dalam in this paragraph. Okay, a chlorine atom accept 1 electron to form a chloride ion. Thus, chloride ion has 1 electron more than a chlorine atom. So, the number of proton and neutron are same. Dia tak akan mengganggu proton and neutron, tak akan mengganggu because this is the reaction between electron. Mana-mana tindak balas, the reaction is between electron. Tak ada kena-mengena dengan proton, tak ada kena-mengena dengan neutron. Dia adalah kena-mengena, dia adalah elektron. So, did you understand? So, you must know. So, the reaction is involved for the electron only. Okay, that is not except for the proton and the neutron. Okay, we go to the next. Okay, and this is the symbol. Okay, this is the symbol of the atom. So, X is the symbol of atom. So, kamu tuliskan ini dalam nota kamu sayang semua. Okay, this is we call standard representation of atom. So, lukiskan yang ini X. What is the X? X is a symbol of element. A, what is the A? A is a nucleon number. What is the Z? Z is a proton number. So, for this example they are given, so that is a carbon. So, carbon, the nucleon number is 12. So, we add at the upper. And the proton number is 6. So, we add at the below. Okay. I give another example. Okay. A sodium, dia kata, a sodium atom contains 12 neutron and 11 proton. Kalau saya cepat, tolong bagi tahu ya. Okay. What is the standard representation of sodium atom? So, kamu pun cikgu, mana belajar lagi? Tak apa. Okay, saya bagi tahu. Sodium atom is, the symbol is Na. Okay, the symbol is Na. So, you know that is a nucleon number. So, anyone can calculate to me nucleon number for the sodium here? Siapa saya nak tanya? Saya nak tanya Kok Win. Betul ke saya sebut Kok? Masih lagi di talian? Saya tak kenal ni, yang lain ni pun tak kenal. Okay, so they have How many nucleon number? Anyone can answer this question? How many nucleon number?
34.
Where you get 24?
34.
34. 34?
Oh, no, teacher.
Nucleon number is proton plus neutron. So that is a
23.
12
23.
plus 11. Good.
23.
23. So at the bottom is proton number. How many proton number there? They have
11.
good 11. So this is the standard representation of an atom. So let's answer this activity. Okay, siapa yang cepat dia hebat. So tolong buka mic dan bagi tahu saya. Kalau siapa nak jawab tolong buka mic. Okay, tulis kat bawah itu, bawah nota tadi, activity 2.5. Okay. So siapa dapat jawab tolong buka mic terus ya, sebab kamu kena berlawan dengan kawan kamu. Siapa cepat memang dia hebat. Okay. So the nucleon number of and the proton number of fluorine element are 19. So the nucleon number here and the proton number is 9. Okay. If the following statement is true, dia kata the atom of this element have 9 electron and 9 neutron. Okay, before that I want to give you information. The proton number, so proton number is equal to the electron number. So if the electron number is 9, so the electron number also 9. Okay, so anyone can answer this question? True or false? 9 electron and 9 neutron. True or false? Anyone can answer this question? Hurry up.
False.
False. Because, apa yang false kat sini? Because the neutron number here must be
10.
10 alien.
Yes.
19 minus 9, that is equal to 10. Okay, next. Atom X has 11 proton and 12 neutron. Find the nucleon number. Anyone? Please.
23.
Good.
23, teacher.
Good. Okay, C. What is the proton number of atom of nitrogen element that has 7 electrons? 7.
7.
7. Good.
7.
Okay, cepat. Siapa dapat memang bagus, hebat. The standard representation of atom oxygen is O16 and 8. This atom accept electron to form O2 minus. How many electrons are be accepted by oxygen to form O2 minus?
2.
2. Good. 2 electron. Okay. So next question. Pandai. Siapa yang tak dapat jawab? Cikgu. Tak tahu. So you can ask me. Okay. So if you nak understand macam mana kawan kamu boleh dapat 2. Naresh, macam mana boleh dapat 2? Because that has
Minus.
but that you have 2.6. So to become the octet for the second shell, so you must accept how many electron there? 2 electron. Okay, did you understand this? So next question. Okay, next question. Okay, the nucleus of atom Y has the charge positive 4 and contain 5 neutron. State the nucleon number of element Y. Cepat. Agak-agak berapa? Y berapa? Nucleon number. So neutron dia adalah 5.
19.
Berapa?
19. 19.
So mana you dapat nak Y19?
Because add this 4 and 5 plus 1. I mean, neutron is what teacher need to plus, right?
Then
So I get 19.
19. Semua orang dapat 19 kah? Anyone? Betul ke apa yang Naresh cakap tu?
Tak tahu je ni.
Tak tahu?
Ini.
Tak tahu lah? Okay,
Ah.
Faris tak tahu lah. So, Faris, jom kita tengok sama-sama Faris. Okay, dekat sini dia kata, dia punya charge dia adalah, the charge is Y plus. So, mana saya nak contoh? Y plus 4. So, Y plus 4, that mean dia receive or donate electron. So, kalau dia nak jadi positif, dia dapat pahala. Pahala maksudnya dia terima elektron, dia accept the electron. Ke donate? Nak dapat pahala kita kena menderma ke kita kena menerima? Kita kena menderma. So maksudnya dia dah menderma 4 elektron. It will donate 4 elektron. So neutron dia adalah 5. So state the nucleon number. So that means dia punya elektron dia adalah 2.4. 2.4. So 4 ini, this is the electron arrangement. 2.4. So bila dia donate elektron, dia akan jadi 2. That is a duplet of electron arrangement. Kita tak panggil dia octet because 2 is duplet, ada 2. Okay, if we say about 2.8, this is we call octet. 2 only when we donate 4 electron there, so they have duplet electron arrangement. So bila duplet maksudnya dia kata state the nucleon number. So the electron number is 2.4. Okay, dia dah donate 4 electron. So 2.4. So that means the electron number here is 6. So electron is same with the proton. That is a 6 proton. So you want to state the nucleon number. So that means 6 plus neutron number is 5. That is a element. Okay, anyone? Boleh tak? Faham tak? Naresh? Faham tak?
So the answer is 11 lah.
Ya, element.
Faham, teacher.
Okay. Faham.
Kalau faham, kalau tak faham bagi tahu je. Cikgu tak makan orang. Boleh?
Faham.
Okay. So the number of nucleon here. So the proton number, neutron number is 5. So the neutron number is 11. Okay. So betul ke cikgu buat ni? Nanti cikgu apa-apa cikgu bagi tahu lagi. So sebab ni, sebab dalam skema dia kata 9, 5, 4. 4. Kenapa dia kata 4 pasal tu? Elektron proton dia 4. Okay. So a calcium atom has 20 proton and nucleon is 40. A calcium ion is Ca2+ is formed when calcium atom donate 2 electron. State the number of neutron. So siapa boleh jawab? Neutron. So neutron, proton in the ion is same. Okay, is same. So but the electron only change. The electron only change. Okay, electron only change. So neutron and proton is same. So when we want to say about the neutron here, so 40 by F is 40 minus 20. So you get the neutron is 20. Okay, G. Okay, G, an element of element W has 3 electron and 4 neutron. What should be number in the box? So anyone can? 7 here. So what the number of in the box? 3 electron and 4 neutron. So yang bawah ni, this is the proton number. Proton number is same with the electron number. So the bottom here, the
3.
number of proton is 3. Good. Okay. Okay, mungkin number E ni nanti saya nak tengok balik. Okay, number yang E nanti cikgu nak tengok balik. Okay, number yang E ni nanti cikgu nak tengok balik. Nanti saya akan bagi tahu kamu ya. Okay, sebab tapi setakat ini jawapan saya 11. Tapi kalau ada beza lagi sebab skema dia bagi 9. Dia skema dia kata 4 tambah 5. 4 tambah 5. Charge dia positif 4. So maksudnya charge dia positif 4. That is a Y4+. They contain that 5 neutron number. State the nucleon number. Dia buat 4 plus 5. Saya tak berapa setuju lah 4 plus 5. So apa-apa nanti saya akan bagi tahu balik jawapan E. Okay. Setakat ni jawapan saya adalah 11. Okay. Go to the atomic structure of electron arrangement. This is what we have learned before. Okay. Betul tak Faris? Kita dah belajar ke belum Faris yang ini?
Dah.
Dah. Okay, this is the nucleus. At the center of the atomic is a nucleus. So it will be have a electron. Okay, around there they have the electron in a shell. This is the first shell. The maximum for the first shell is 2. The second shell is 8. And the third shell is maximum is 8. And the last electron and the last shell we call that is a valence electron. So for example, 2.8.3. So 3 here is a valence electron. Okay. So the outermost. So what the meaning of valence shell? Di sini kamu buat nota sikit. The valence shell is the outermost shell filled with electron. Okay. Shell yang paling luar ada electron. The outermost shell filled with electron. So the electron in the valence shell are known as a valence electron. So valence electron is the outermost shell filled with the electron. The electron in the valence shell. Valence electron is the electron in the valence shell. Maksudnya the outermost shell. Okay. The chemical properties. So, chemical properties is depend on the number of valence. So that means 3 here, the electron 3 here hanya akan melakukan reaction. Okay, kenapa cikgu? Because the 3 here is unstable. 2 and 8 has stable arrangement. So 3 only for the valence shell here. So valence electron here are not stable. So 3 here is will undergo the reaction. Sebab tu dia kata element on the number of valence, the element with the same number of valence are similar chemical properties. So that's mean 2.8.1 and 2.1, the valence electron is same. 1 here in 1 here. So the both of these substance, they have same. What same? Same chemical properties. What the meaning of chemical properties? Okay, chemical properties here is about the reaction. About the reaction. Tindak balas. Bagaimana tindak balas itu berlaku? So, next question. The electron, the electron arrangement show the nucleus of the electron of an atom. So, here, can you give me the electron arrangement for aluminium? Naresh, aluminium 2.8
3.
Okay, here 2.8.3. Sama lah. This is the atomic structure. Sama lah. Okay, this is the one to show you the proton number and the electron number. Okay. So, we go to the next. Okay, dah habis dah. Okay, kita nak belajar. We go to the test yourself. Nanti lagi go. Test yourself for this 2.3. Okay, anyone? Jom kita buat sama-sama. Okay, tulis dekat buku kamu lepas nota tadi. Test yourself 2.3. Okay, so number 1. Siapa cepat kok ke? Siapa tak dengar lagi suara ni? So what is the number of nucleon of Y? Okay, Y. Dia tanya nucleon number. Anyone can? Nucleon number. Okay, 23. Where you get 23? 11 plus 12. Okay, 2. Can anyone to draw the standard electron arrangement? That is a Z. So standard at the upper, how many? Nucleon number. Z. How many?
39.
39. So at the bottom, that is a
19.
proton. Good, 19. Siap. Cikgu nak kalian soalan tak? Tak payah, kamu buat jawapan saja. Okay, 3. Atom Y, dia kata, atom Y donate electron to form Y+. State the number of proton, neutron, and electron for the ion. So Y here they have a 11. So 11 here, so the proton number dia nak tanya Y+. So cikgu dah cakap tadi, proton number same or not? Same or not? Y+, Y ion, and Y atom. The proton number same or not?
Same.
Same. Good. So how many there? 11. Good. So neutron same or not?
No.
No. Are you sure no?
Oh.
They have same. Neutron and proton is same. 12. But only the changes is the
Electron.
So electron, how many electron to become the Y plus? So the electron arrangement here what? Naresh 2.8.11. They have 11 proton and 11 electron. So saya nak susun Y atom. So Y atom here 2.8 point. Yeah. 11. 2.8 baru 10. Nak jadikan 11?
1.
1. So it will donate or accept the electron. Donate. How many electron there? 1 electron to achieve the octet electron arrangement. So bila kita dah donate 1, so it become Y plus, that is a 2.8. Dia dah donate 1. So dia akan jadi 2.8. Faham? So how many electron there? 2 plus 8. There are
10.
10. Okay. So next, for A. Okay, for A, write the electron arrangement of atom X. Anyone? So proton number is same with the electron number. So can anyone to write the electron arrangement? 2.8 point. Tak, 2.8 only. Yeah, 2.8 only. That is a 10. So B, draw the electron arrangement. So how you can draw the electron arrangement? So bagaimana? So first you draw for the nucleus. Nucleus kena buat ya, kena buat. Okay, and then for the first shell. Okay, first shell they have how many electron there?
2.
2. So lukis sama-sama cikgu. 2. And then for the second shell that is a 8. So buatkan, lukiskan second shell. Ya Allah, kenapa buruk sangat cikgu punya lukisan. So 2.8. So 2.8 lukiskan 1 2. Okay, kalau boleh kamu buat pair dia. Bentuk pair. Kiranya berpasangan. 2.8. Kamu lukis dah cantik-cantik. Cikgu Ziana lukis tak cantik macam budak kecil je. Okay, C. Draw the atomic structure of atom X and label the subatomic particles in the diagram. Draw the atomic structure. Draw the atomic structure. So how can you draw the atomic structure? So atomic structure dia macam ini juga, sama juga. Mana saya punya cursor? Okay. Macam ini juga. Okay. The different tadi X tadi kan. So X tadi cikgu tu tak lupa nak tulis tanda X ni. X. Okay. So lukis sama juga. Okay. Tapi beza dia dekat dalam dia kamu buatkan. How many proton there? They have 2 plus 8. That is a 10 proton. Neutron? 10 neutron. Mana cikgu dapat 10 neutron? Dekat dalam jawab soalan. Okay. Kemudian kita buat apa yang? For the first shell. Second shell. Oh Allah, kenapa cikgu punya lukisan makin buruk? Korang lukislah cantik. Cikgu lukis tak cantik. Okay, 2, 4, 8. 2, pasangkan ya, pair kan? 2, 2 and 2. Okay, just enough. Jangan buat macam ni cikgu punya ni. Kena dekat atas shell. Kena duduk dekat rumah dia. Jangan keluar-keluar. Okay. So 2.8. So you okay dah. Settle for this question. Anyone? Any question? How many attendant today? Darren? Faris? Berapa orang datang hari ni Faris? Saya tak berapa nampak.
7 kot.
7.
Yes, 7.
Okay. So, we go to the next. Okay, we go to the next subtopic. Boleh lagi tak? Terima satu lagi subtopic?
Boleh.
Boleh. Okay, jom kita buat sama-sama isotop. Okay, 2.4 that is a isotop. What? Kamu saya rasa pernah belajar isotop ni kan masa tingkatan 3? Pernah tak sains belajar? Have you learn isotop?
No, teacher.
So 2.4, that is a isotope. Let's go what the meaning of isotope. So tulis sama-sama cikgu. Its use. Okay. So isotope and its use. Okay. What the isotopes? So here they have hydrogen 1 1. We have hydrogen 2 1. We have hydrogen. Tulis sama cikgu ya. 3 1. Okay. Anyone can answer my question. What the same between this hydrogen? Apa yang same? Same. Apa yang kamu nampak?
Proton.
Good. Proton number same. Apa lagi simbol? Type of element sama tak? That are semua tu adalah hydrogen. Okay. Next, I want to ask you about the different. What the different there? Atasnya apa? At the above. They are different. Yang atasnya apa? Nucleon. So, when the different of the nucleon number, neutron number different or not? How about the neutron number? Will become same or different? So 1 minus 1, 0. 2 minus 1, 1. 3 minus 1, 2. That are different in neutron number. Okay, from my observation, from my teaching now, what you can say about the meaning of isotope? Anyone? Isotope is, what the meaning of isotope? Isotope is same number, same type of element. Okay, the element that have the same element, same type of element, same proton number, and different of nucleon number or neutron number. So here you can deduce, okay, the meaning of isotope. So, sekali lagi, the meaning of the isotope here. So, isotope is okay, tulis sama-sama cikgu ya. Okay, nak tulisan pen warna apa? Hijau. Tulis ya. Isotopes is, dalam buku teks tak ada ke definition? Tak ada definition. Isotope is atom.
Ada je dalam buku teks.
Ada buku teks kat mana?
Bawah aktiviti tu.
Bawa
Aktiviti
aktiviti.
2.8. Isotopes are atoms of the same element.
Lagi? Yang ini? Yang ini? Aktiviti mana? Page mana? Faris? 37.
Ni 37 lah.
37. There are where?
Bawah aktiviti 2.8.
Activity 2.8. Okay, so isotope are, jom kita tulis sama-sama. Isotope are, dia kena A sebab dia banyak. Isotope are atoms. Tulis sama-sama cikgu. Atoms. Sebab definition ni selalu akan keluar. Of the same element. Sebab dia buku baru, so saya tak berapa tahulah. With same number of proton but different number of neutron. So for this definition you must know. So like here, so you must highlight this. So sekali lagi perkataan the meaning of isotope. So isotope are atoms. Okay, cikgu kalau tak ada letak kata atom betul ke tak? Tak boleh. Salah. So isotopes are atoms. Okay, of the same element. Okay, of the same element with the same number of proton but different number of neutron. Cikgu boleh tak cakap but different number of nucleon? Kan? Boleh? Tak ada masalah. So, tapi perkataan atoms mesti kamu buat. Tapi perkataan atom mesti buat. Cikgu kalau saya ketika cikgu satu, cikgu takkan cikgu tak boleh bagi markah. Tak boleh. That is a chemistry. Okay, chemistry sangat strict untuk definition. Okay, so this is the example of the next isotope. There are chlorine 35, chlorine 37. So you look for the atomic standard representation. So the proton number here, so proton number 17. So you look here. So the neutron number 35 minus 17, there are 18. So number of electron is same with the proton. So number electron same. So but for the chlorine 37, so proton number is same. Okay. But the neutron number 37 minus 17, that is a 20. So that is a electron is 70 because they are no different because the electron and proton is same. Okay, next. Relative atomic mass. Okay, ini yang last. Okay, yang ini pelajar KBSM dia tak belajar. You belajar. KSSM belajar. Okay, ada belajar juga tapi dia tak berapa titik beratkan. Okay, so relative atomic mass of isotope, there are mixture of two more isotope. So relative atomic mass of this element depend on the natural abundance of isotope in a sample. What is natural abundance? So natural abundance here, okay, natural abundance here is the percentage. Okay, percentage of isotope present in a natural sample of element. So, the relative atomic mass can be calculated. Okay, apa itu relative atomic mass? Relative atomic mass is same with the number of proton. Okay, so relative atomic mass then, that is the percentage of the isotope is time with the mass of isotope. So, let's we look for the example. Kalau nampak itu je tak faham. Tapi apa pun kamu kena buatkan dia punya formula. Please write down now. Relative atomic mass equal the total number, the percentage of the isotope times mass of the mass of isotope divided with the 100. Okay, let's go to the example. Okay, this example for the chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. So the percentage for the 35 is 75 and the percentage isotope for the chlorine 37 is 25. So we go to the calculation for the relative atomic mass of chlorine. Okay, so the percentage of the isotope for the chlorine 35 is 75. So 75 times the mass. Where you get the mass here? So mass here is the nucleon number. So here the nucleon number. So nucleon number is a relative atomic mass. Sorry tadi, relative atomic mass is the nucleon number. So plus with the percentage of the chlorine 37, that is a 25. So 25 times the mass here. Okay, mass here is 37. So plus we calculate total up and divide with the 100. So we can get the 35.5. Okay, this is the relative atomic mass of chlorine. Cikgu apa tu? Cikgu tak faham lah. Okay, sebenarnya ini dia nak calculate RAM. What is the RAM? RAM is relative atomic mass. Okay, for the example, for the chlorine here, oleh sebab chlorine ada isotop, ada macam-macam. Ada chlorine 35, ada chlorine 37. So, how you can calculate, okay, for the relative atomic mass for the chlorine. Umum, untuk chlorine, macam mana kamu nak kira? So, begini caranya. So, the percentage of the isotope, so how many percentage there? We time with the mass. Okay, mass, relative atomic mass yang atas. Ya, tadi cikgu silap ya bagi kenyataan. Relative atomic mass is the nucleon. So, nucleon here is 35. So, percentage 75 times with the 35 and plus with the isotope for the chlorine 37 times with the 37. Okay, so 35 times with the 37. So, the relative atomic mass for the chlorine is 35.5. So, cikgu tak percaya cikgu. Kalau tak percaya, kamu tengok kepada periodic table. Okay, kalau periodic table, dalam periodic table, kamu tengok for the chlorine. Okay, chlorine, they have a 35.5. Okay, kalau kamu tengok 35.5 for the relative atomic mass. Kita nak carikan umum. Kenapa cikgu? Sebab klorin ada bermacam of the isotope. They have many of the isotope. So kita nak satu sahaja. Bagaimana kita nak satu sahaja? So kita kirakan the natural abundance. So this is the use of isotope. Cikgu nak kena ingat ke? Nak tulis ke? Ya, kena ingat, kena tulis. Okay, nanti tinggalkan beberapa space untuk kamu tuliskan for the note for the uses of the isotope. So the medicine here, cobalt 60 iodine. Okay, cobalt is for the cancer. Iodine for the thyroid. You know the thyroid? Dia macam beguk dekat you punya leher. So agriculture, phosphorus to plant. So uranium, ingat tak? Uranium for the power generator. Carbon 14, so for the estimation of artifact fossil. Selalunya lah kalau macam orang-orang yang macam nak tengok berapa sejarah lah, nak tengok berapa usia dinosaur ini. Tiba-tiba cikgu, jumpa dinosaur kat belakang rumah saya cikgu. Tulang dia macam mana nak tahu? So how can you calculate? You use the carbon 14. So next is lead 210. So it determine the age of the sand. The hydrogen 3 as a yang selalu lah. Okay. Sodium 24 yang dia tanya detecting the leakage. Carbon 14. Cobalt, iodine. Ini yang famous. Macam lead, hydrogen ni dia tak berapa famous. Tapi kena tahulah. Okay, development of the field of the sign. Okay, so here, go to the test yourself. Okay, jom kita buat sama-sama. Okay, anyone can define back the meaning of isotope? Okay, tuliskan test yourself 2.4. Okay, Faris, boleh bagikan saya maksud isotope? Isotopes are
Atoms of the same element with the same number of protons.
Tu siapa tu cakap tu?
Say.
Okay. Atoms of same
Same element.
Good. Same element ni penting. Same
With the same number of proton.
number of proton. But what the different?
Number of neutron.
Good. Different number of neutron. Dah siap. Okay, number. Second question. Based on table 2.6, which atoms are isotope? So, 2.6. Okay, anyone can answer this question? Which are isotope? Darren? Harish? Anyone? Naresh? Which one is isotope? Which one is same proton number?
W.
W and
X.
W and X.
W and X.
Why? Because
The proton number are the same.
Proton number.
proton number same but
Are the same.
different. Different what? Dia bagi apa? Nucleon.
Different.
But different nucleon number. Okay, next. Third question. Tak payah cari soalan ya. Just write the answer. Isotope of oxygen 16, oxygen 17 and isotope 18. Compare and contrast these three isotopes. So, how can you compare and contrast these isotopes? So, bagaimana kamu nak buatkan apa persamaan and what the difference for this isotope? So, test yourself 2.4. Where the test yourself 2.4? Then question number 3. Okay. So, kalau nak jawab soalan macam ini, kamu buatkan dalam bentuk table. So, dalam bentuk table. Okay, so oxygen. Okay, here they have similarities. So, yang tak apalah, buat similarities dulu. Similarities, what the same? That is a number of proton. Okay, apa lagi? Same element. That is a oxygen. Okay, and then okay, when for the isotope, When the number of protons same, the same element same. So, how about the chemical properties? So, chemical properties will also same. Okay, ingat ya. Chemical properties also same. Maksudnya apa cikgu? Maksud chemical properties? Reaction. The reaction. So, next. For the different, what the different there? So, different there. Nak buat jadual pun macam susah sikit. So, kita buat dalam kerja je lah. So, the nucleon number is different. Nucleon number different. So, whatever. And neutron number also different. And also, okay, for the isotope, okay, the different is physical properties. Physical properties. Okay, siap. Physical properties. Okay, so senang saja. Okay, soalan number 4. So, soalan number 4, so tak nampak, so kita buat kat sini sikit. Okay, 4. Okay, dia suruh kirakan abundance. Okay, cepat. Siapa cepat, dia hebat. Okay, jom kita buat sama-sama, tapi kamu yang kira. Saya tak ada calculator ni. 79 time percent relative there 24. Tutup kurungan. Add with 10 times 25 plus 11 times 26. Divide with the 100. Okay, anyone can calculate now? Siapa cepat? Memang hebat. Cepat. Anyone can answer this question? Tekan kalkulator, tekan kalkulator. Good, 24.32. Siapa tu? Bagus, hebat. Tahniah, tahniah. Okay, we go to the 5. Maimuna diagnosed with bone cancer. So, what isotope? So, cancer tadi apa? Cancer. Cobalt berapa? Good, cobalt 16. So, cobalt 16. So, B, explain the positive and negative. So, the positive is can kill cancer. Ada negatif ke? Yalah, negatif effect ya adalah you will get the fall hair. Keguguran rambut. Or you can say about the immune system will become weak. Okay, dah siap dah untuk hari ni kita punya kelas. Okay, so okay, nak try tak buat achievement test 2? Saya nak ajar ni, kamu nak tak?
Mana je?
Boleh tak?
Boleh belajar.
Boleh. Nak buat sendiri ke nak saya ajar?
Mana-mana je.
Mana-mana. So, kita buat sama-sama. Saya tak kisah. Kamu lah. Tiba-tiba cikgu lapar lah cikgu. Takkan cikgu nak ajar berapa jam cikgu? Tak apalah. Nanti kena buat juga. Kerja kamu nanti adalah satu je. Buku kerja. Buku kerja siapkan habiskan ya. So, A. So, here they have the A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Classify substance A, B, C, D, and E according to state of matter at room temperature. Okay. So, state of matter and substance. So, how many state of matter? We have solid,
Liquid, gas.
and gas. Okay, so buat jadual cantik-cantik. Alamak. Okay. Kemudian, okay, jom kita tengok. Okay. A, melting point is negative. Okay, melting point is negative. But for the boiling point also negative. So melting point, you know that is the changes solid to the liquid, and boiling is liquid to the gas. So what the state of matter for the A? For the A, add a the room temperature. Sebelum tu cikgu dah bagi tahu room temperature is 37. So how many that? What the state of matter? Dalam suhu 37, apakah keadaan dia? Anyone? There are 37. There are. Yang ini last kali negatif. Good guess. So next, B 37. Dalam keadaan 37, so in between kan? So in between there are in liquid or gas? 37. So range dekat 37 dekat mana? Di tengah-tengah, betul? So that is in a liquid state. Okay. 37 dekat sini. Tadi 37 dekat gas. Okay. Kita buatlah macam ni. Ini solid, ini liquid, ini gas. Okay. Ini pula C. Cuba. 37. 37 di tengah-tengah. So that is a liquid. So 97.8. So 37 at the below that 97. So that is in a solid. So E 37 agak-agak dekat mana? They are in a solid, in a below than 801. Okay, so that is so kalau kamu tengok dekat sini, jom kita buat. Solid tadi siapa? Solid tadi D dengan E. Okay, liquid tadi B and C. Gas is A. Siapa yang tak faham lagi angkat tangan? Tak boleh nampak pun angkat tangan. Bagi tahu. Siapa yang tak faham lagi tolong bagi tahu cikgu. Okay, dekat sini saya ulang lagi sekali. Okay, dekat sini you know that the melting point is the changes of the state of matter is solid to the liquid. Okay, boiling is liquid to the gas. Soalan dia, according to the state of matter at room temperature. So you know the room temperature is 37. 37 tu. Bukan 27 ke cikgu? 27 lah. Okay. Bagaimana? Where the room temperature here? So room temperature 27 di mana? Arrange kat mana? So you know melting is solid liquid kat sini negatif kan? So 37 tu mestilah ini pun negatif. Gas pun di masih lagi negatif. So 37 is in a gas. Okay. B pula 27 tu di mana? 27 is between melting and boiling point. So between them there are liquid. So C pula 27 tu di mana? Di antara ini. Ini gas pun dia dah 290. Melting point dia dah 17.8. So 27 is in between there are liquid. So 97 for the melting dia dah daripada solid tu pun dah 97. So where 27? They are in a solid. Kenapa cikgu? Sebab 97.8 that is a melting. Melting is solid to become a liquid. Solid to become liquid. Where the 27? So 27 is below than a 97.8. So here E, where the 27? They are below than a 801. Okay, siap. Okay, and then state the temperature of substance that will change from liquid to solid when placed in a freezer at 2 Celsius. 2 Celsius. 2 Celsius dia tanya mana bahan yang akan bertukar menjadi liquid to solid when placed in a freezer. That is kalau kamu tengok, kalau ini yang sesuai dia adalah C lah. Bahan C sahaja. Okay, sebab freezer dia kata pada suhu 2. Kalau kamu ambil B, tak sesuai lah. Sebab B ni meltingnya pun dah negatif. So kalau dia freezing, lagi dah negatif. Tak sesuai untuk B. Okay, kita jawab soalan nombor C. Describe the change of the particle substance B, dia kata B, with the relation to the energy and attraction force. So, 80 Celsius to negative 2 Celsius. 80 Celsius to negative 2 Celsius. So, kalau kamu tengok B sini, so 80 Celsius di mana? So, di 80 Celsius adalah di antara gas Dia nak jadi negatif tu di mana? Negatif tu di mana? Di liquid. Okay. Kalau kamu tak dapat nak juga nak fikir, kalau saya lukiskan nombor. Ni kosong. Ini adalah semua ke harian kanan adalah positive number. So yang sebelah kiri is a negative number. So negatif tu di mana? So negatif tu adalah in a liquid. So gas to the liquid. How about the energy? Energy become more energetic or not? How about the attraction? So attraction ni semakin dekat ke semakin jauh? Ingat tak cikgu ajar the difference between gas, liquid and solid. So you said substance B, substance B change from gas to liquid. Betul? Ni cikgu buat ni, gas to liquid. So how about the kinetic energy? Anyone? Kinetic energy become stronger or become weaker?
Teacher,
Weaker. Betul? Weaker? Because gas tadi kan dalam bentuk kan gas kan. It move randomly. But in liquid, dia nak dekat-dekat lagi. So weaker lah. So kinetic energy dah weaker. So how about the forces of attraction? Anyone can answer? To become a liquid. So forces attraction, weaker or stronger?
stronger.
Good. Stronger.
Darren, turn off your mic lah.
So forces of attraction is stronger. Okay. Itu faham ya? Dah siap untuk C. So, kita pergi kepada soalan nombor 2. Okay, sikit je lagi soalan. Lepas tu kita habis. Okay. So, number 2. Sebab saya kena assess kamu bagaimana nak buat ini. Sebab saya ada penilaian PBD untuk kamu. Siapa yang dapat jawab, saya akan bagi TP. Kamu tahu kan? Tahap penguasaan. So, saya akan bagi TP kamu. TP 4, 5. Tengok macam mana you punya aktifnya dalam kelas. When you can answer my question. So, hurry up to answer my question. Okay, a group of student carry out experiment to determine the melting point of lauric acid. So, copy figure 1 and label the melting point. So, nanti kamu buatkan di figure. So, where the melting point? Anyone can answer my question? Where the melting point? Here, here, or here? That is a constant, kan? Okay, constant.
Q and R.
That is a Q and R. Good. Melting point. Tulis kat situ. Melting point. So, draw the arrangement of particle in lauric acid, R and S. R and S. Okay, R and S. Agak-agak R and S dalam bentuk solid or liquid or gas. R and S. A dah, B. That is a liquid, right? So, solid kamu nak jadi liquid. So, sebab tadi ni melting ya. Melting kan solid jadi liquid. So, ini solid. This is solid and liquid. And this is fully liquid. So, liquid. So, you draw kan, liquid is not randomly. But it have a space there. Tapi dia taklah padat macam solid. Okay. So, bar. And then, untuk kamu lukis ni, pastikan yang pertama, same size. Ini saya akan selitkan juga untuk teknik menjawab ya. Same size. Okay. And no overlap. What the meaning of overlap? Contohnya kamu buat macam ini. Ini, kamu buat overlap. Tak boleh. Salah. Okay. Ingat hati-hati ya. Bila lukis, pastikan gambar kamu sama. Kalau gambar cikgu ni, cikgu tak betul pun cikgu. Yelah, cikgu lukis kat sini. Maafkanlah cikgu. Okay. So, C. Okay, C. The melting point of lauric acid is 43. So, suggest a suitable method of heating lauric acid. So, how can you heating the lauric acid? So we use the like a naphthalene. So naphthalene we use what?
Water bed. Water bath.
Ya, water bath. Alamak, apa benda ni? Okay, water bath. Okay, so D and then draw. So you draw lah macam naphthalene tadi. Okay, lukis. Lukis macam gambar itu ya. So tak adalah saya nak buatkan cantik-cantik untuk kamu. Kamu nanti kamu buatlah. Okay, lukiskan. Alamak, dah tak cantik. Okay, ini lukis. Pastikan ada ini. Okay, kemudian pastikan you lukis ini. Aras air mesti di atas daripada naphthalene. Naphthalene lauric acid tadi. So this is water. Water mesti ada dot begini. Kalau tak, dia salah. Sebab water is in a liquid state. So liquid state, you must be dot and then labelkanlah. So dalam ni ada apa? Dalam ni ada termometer. Alamak, tak cantiknya termometer Cikgu Ziana. Apalah. Okay, kamu lukis cantik-cantik tau. Cikgu lukis tak cantik tak apa. Thermometer. Okay, this is a boiling tube. Okay, jangan lupa kamu nak ikat dia pakai apa? You must be clamp here. Clampkan guna retort stand. And then clamp. Kemudian ada retort stand dia. Lukislah cantik-cantik. Nanti hantar buku ya minggu ni tau. Okay, minggu ni hantar buku. So,
Hari Jumaat cikgu.
Cikgu, hari Jumaat ke hari Khamis cikgu?
apa dia yang?
Bila nak hantar buku cikgu?
Yelah, sebelum Jumaat boleh?
Boleh cikgu.
Boleh. Hantar esok pun boleh, hari ni pun boleh. Okay, so kita ada sheetkan dia. Hantar buku apa sayang? Nota dan buku kerja.
Buku latihan.
Ya,
Kerja.
dia buku kerja. Okay, so okay dah. Siap. Pastikan buku nota dengan buku latihan satu buku ya. Jangan lupa, jangan bezakan pula. Okay, kemudian jangan lupa buku kerja. Dah siap? Dah siap. Ada lagi soalan ke? Nombor 3 ada ke? Alamak, ada lah. Okay, tak apalah, kita buat sikit-sikit. Okay, dia kata, Chen Li cleans her wound using alcohol. Chen Li feel cool when wiped with alcohol. Explain this situation. So, why Chen Li feel cool? Because, anyone can answer? Alcohol undergo what process? Penyedatan. Evaporation.
Evaporation.
So, evaporation. So, heat will absorb or release?
Absorb.
Good.
Release.
Is absorb sayang.
Oh, absorb.
Will absorb by particle of alcohol. Okay. From skin. Okay, from skin. Sebab itu dia akan jadi skin dia akan jadi sejuk. Okay. So kita buat nombor 4. Okay, 4, 5, 6 banyak je cikgu. Tak apa, cikgu bantu kamu buat. Nanti kamu terkapai-kapai nak buat. Okay. State the subatomic particle that provide the charge in the atom of the element. State the subatomic particle that okay, nampak tak positive 3, positive 9, positive. So that is a positive for the proton or neutron or electron. Positive for proton or electron ya.
Proton.
Good. Proton. Okay, B. State the other subatomic particle found in nucleus. That is a
Nucleon.
neutron.
Neutron.
Okay, C. Say, tuliskan electron arrangement X. Siapa dapat? 2 point?
2
2 point?
2.1.
Y? 2 point?
2.7.
7.
7. Z? 2 point?
2.4 point.
2.8.
2.8.
0.3.
3. Okay. So, next. Atom Z contain 40 neutron. Calculate the nucleon number. Yang ini sama macam tadi kan. So, nucleon number that is a Z. So, Z proton dia ada 13. So, dia punya neutron ada 14. So, 13 tambah 14. Apa? 27. Okay, number 5. So, we go to the number 5 question. So, number 5 question. Ready with the calculator. Figure 3 show the information of boron. Okay. Based information, calculate the nuclear number of isotope Y. So, macam mana kamu nak kira isotope Y? How you can calculate, okay, how you can calculate the nuclear number of isotope Y. So, for the question number 5 here, so Y is equal to number nucleon, okay, number nucleon, isotope dia adalah BY, okay, BY. So, relative atomic mass, okay, for the boron is berapa? Here, 10.81. Okay, good. So, how can you calculate? Okay, calculate, dia kata calculate the nucleon number. So, how you can calculate? So, you pergi kepada sini. Okay, sini. So, they have how percentage here? 80. So, 80 times here apa? 11. So, times 11, tutup kurungan, tambahkan, ni berapa? 20 times berapa Y dia? Tak tahu. So, tak tahu, kamu letakkan Y. Okay. Kemudian, kamu samakan dengan jumlah dia adalah tadi berapa dia bagi? 10 relative atomic mass of abundant, natural abundant dia adalah 10.81. Yang ini jangan lupa pula, divide kan 100. Kita nak cari nilai Y. So, bagaimana kamu nak cari nilai Y? So, 8, ini berapa? 880, betul? 880 plus 20Y equal to 1081. Ini bahagi bawa sana jadi darab. So, 20Y sama dengan 1081 tolak 880. So, Y equal to berapa?
Minus.
Mana pula?
Bagi 20.
Bagi 20. So, berapa jawapan? 10.05, betul? Betul tak?
Ya.
Betul. Kenapa lambat sangat orang ni? So, nuclear number is equal 10. So, kamu ambil 10 sajalah. Mana ada nuclear number ada perpuluhan. Okay, go to the 6. So, number of 6. Cikgu, cepat sangat cikgu. Tak apa, kamu boleh tengok saya punya video YouTube balik ya. Figure 4 show the standard representation of platinum. Okay, platinum ada 74 electron and has a nuclear number is 198. What the number of proton? Okay, what are the number of proton and neutron in platinum ion? Okay, so here the electron here you give 78. So 78. So the nuclear number is 195. So 195 tapi proton number ini adalah 78. So soalan yang pertama 6A. What the proton number? So number of proton here is 78. Ini. Yang ini proton number. And neutron number. Neutron number pun sama, betul? Neutron and proton is same but the difference is electron. So neutron, how can you calculate the neutron? So 195 minus 78. Anyone?
117.
Good. 117. So B. What is a charge of platinum ion? How you can know the charge of platinum ion? So the proton number you minus with the electron number. There are 4. So the charge is positive 4. So positive 4. So justify iodine treatment of the hyperthyroid. Ya, okay. Okay, wajar ke tak? So soalan kamu for the KSSM, okay, for your information, you punya structure soalan KSSM tak sama macam KBSM yang abang kamu akan ambil 20-20. Tak sama ya? Tak sama. So apa? Dia mesti ada soalan yang hot. Okay, like the justify. Okay, justify. If you said about the you setuju, justify you setuju pun dapat markah. You tak setuju pun you akan dapat markah. So justify. So yes or no. Okay, yes or no. So if yes, what your answer? So dosage iodine 131 is small. Is small. Okay. So ataupun kamu kata tak setuju. Okay, tak setuju sebab apa? Sebab so apa yang mana saya punya ni? Okay. So
What is hyperthyroidism?
hyperthyroid. So hyperthyroid ni berlaku dalam kamu punya kelenjar thyroid. Kelenjar dalam bahasa Inggeris apa? You punya kelenjar. Kelenjar apa? Alah, kan kamu ada belajar sains kan? Thyroid system yang dekat apa leher ni? Yang
Bawah.
menghasilkan hormon. So hyperthyroidism ni adalah untuk mengawal tentang dia punya penghasilan hormon bagi thyroid. Kelenjar thyroid. Okay, thyroid akan menghasilkan kelenjar hormon apa? Hormon thyroxina. Ingat tak? Tak belajar ya? Sains.
Belum lagi ke?
You.
Tak ada je.
So, kenapa kamu tak setuju? Sebab thyroid will be kelenjar apa dalam bahasa Inggeris? Saya lupa pula. Kelenjar dalam bahasa Inggeris apa? Thyroid what?
Glands.
Thyroid gland. Terima kasih. You are awesome. Thyroid gland will be destroyed. Sebab tu dia tak nak gunakan iodine 131 isotop. So manalah kamu buat ini, kamu dapat. Cikgu, kalau saya dapat dua-dua tak boleh. Pilih satu ke? Yes or no? Itu sahaja. Okay. Yang ini arrangement tak payahlah. So itu sahaja untuk kelas kita hari ini. Terima kasih untuk datang kelas saya. So apa-apa pun kerja minggu ni hantar ya. Okay, kalau boleh as soon cepat-cepat sikit sebelum, kalau boleh sebelum hari Jumaat. Boleh ya, hantar kerja buku nota, buku latihan. Buku latihan, buku kerja lah. So lagi satu yang permintaan saya adalah kalau tak faham tolong tanya saya. Okay, boleh ya?
Boleh cikgu.
Boleh.
Boleh cikgu.
Kalau tak faham tolonglah tanya. Jangan diam-diam. Lagi-lagi pelajar yang tak aktif dalam kelas. So how many student now? So complete or not? Siapa
Pergi
yang tak
dengan
datang
Liban
saya?
kan?
Ha?
Tak masuk kelas.
Siapa?
Login dengan Liban.
2 orang?
2.
2. So kamu ada 9, so 7 je lah. So tak apa.
Ya.
Okay, so see you again. So for the next chapter, ingat ya, next chapter pastikan sediakan kalkulator. Boleh?
Okay, teacher.
Sediakan kalkulator ya. So kita nak, siapa cepat jawab soalan saya, dia memang hebat. Okay. So
teacher.
kita jumpa lagi. Thank you for coming my class. And also happy Chinese New Year for those celebrate.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Happy holiday
Thank you,
all.
teacher.